So yeah, there's some real great stories there. Thank you. So obviously you're very passionate. What sort of things would you say keep you focused on your goals? I mean, you've been online now for a number of years, and like we've covered, you've had some dark times and you've had some great times. But what's been keeping you consistent? What things are you doing that when you get distracted, bring you back to where you need to be to carry on doing what you're doing?
Yeah, that's another great question. It's a mixture of tactical and also mental. Everything starts in the mind. I used to be one of those closed-minded guys. I went, oh man, just give me the tactics. I don't want to hold hands and sing a song. And mindset. What even is that? I can't work. I was working 80 hours a week, right? I can't work any harder. Why are you telling me all this stuff, right? But whatever is going off in your brain dictates your actions. It's like anything. If you want to get in shape, I know you're losing weight and running frequently. Now, what causes you to lose that weight is that you obviously putting one foot in front of the other and putting your hand down when it comes to food. But what causes that action is what's going off in your mind. The importance that you place upon losing that weight and getting in shape. If you said, oh, I can't be bothered to go for a run today, I really don't feel like it, well, your legs wouldn't carry you by themselves. And it's the same in your business. All the tactics in the world won't build the business for you if you never pick them up. You have those tools at your disposal, but if you're not in the right frame of mind to pick them up and you don't know why you're doing this, it won't work. So many people don't have a goal. I've always set clear goals, not just something I put on a notepad and stick it out the way. It's right just off the screen over there. I have them all around me wherever I'm going to work. I have specific goals that are very, very short term, even down to the day. What am I going to achieve today? I plan my next day the night before. What am I going to achieve tomorrow to know that it's been successful? And that's part of a larger goal. I work backwards. Again, on my blog, I've gone through this process. If you Google goal setting Richard Matharoo, you'll be able to find this. But I work backwards in terms of how to put a good definable goal together and to build around that. So you've got to really have those goals in place and know why it is that you're doing this. Why is that goal important to you? Why do you want to win that competition or rank advance? It isn't the money. What is that money going to do for you? Is it going to allow you to fire a boss that you hate? Is it going to allow you to see a look in your children's eyes that you haven't seen before because of the pride? It's what is it going to do for you so you know why you're doing it? Vision pulls you along with it. Also, another tactical one is you've got to identify what the trip-ups may be. If you know that you struggle with consistency, well then why do you struggle with consistency? And what actions are you taking that you don't want to be consistent, that you do want to get away from? So if you found that I think I covered this on Periscope yesterday, if you find that you get on Facebook and you get lost in Facebook and you end up wasting a lot of time on that, well then mute the notifications on your phone, and you can do something called e.ggtimer.com, free website. You can set yourself a timer and say, okay, 20 minutes on social media for me to interact and post, and then I'm gone. I'm not allowed to be on there anymore. Things that if you can identify the shortcomings that you have and what those solutions will be, it will allow you to stay consistent and say, right, okay, I know why I'm doing this. I know why it's important, and I know the consequences if I don't. Here's the goal that I'm shooting for. Here's how I'm going to get there, and here are the obstacles that may come across, and I can know how to remove those because now I can see them. So that process has always worked well for me. I duplicate it over and over again, and I'm pretty sure it's at richardmatharoo.com. It's PDF cheat sheet. I can never remember the link. I'm not really prepared, right? Am I? I don't envision what I'm going to share. So if you Google Richard Matharoo PDF cheat sheet, the whole process that I use, you can download that for free and use it in your business. And also Brendan Bouchard, Success Daily Planner. Brendan Bouchard Daily Planner. That's what I use the night before for my next day's activities.
That was a great question. So moving forward from that, obviously recruiting is a big part of what you do with your network marketing business, moving on away from the online side of things. What would you say, I mean, this is something that I got asked by one of my audiences earlier in the week. What would you say was the most crucial or the first thing that you should be showing your newcomer or teaching that newcomer into your business? What skill should they be learning first?
Yeah, this is one that a lot of people overlook, urgency. Urgency is often overlooked. People think about all the skills, all the training, all the techniques that someone needs to learn according to them. And then they go and send people off on this mission. Now, you don't know that kind of person, what their personality is, what their goals are. So I always, before I teach them anything, I want to find out who they are and what they're looking for very quickly. I usually do this typically before they actually join because I want to know I'm willing to work with them, you know. So I'll ask them, I'll say, okay, so what are your goals financially per month? It's this. Why is it that amount? Well, because I want to achieve this, this, and this. And what are you willing to give to get that? So we set some realistic expectations upon what their goals are and what they're, what they're going to willing to give to get there. So then we can be on the same page. Now, if somebody comes to me and says, okay, I want to earn $5 grand a month, I know they're going to have to go hard in anything to get $5 grand a month, right? So I'm going to let their expectations be set before that. Okay, if you want to earn $5 grand a month, here's what you're going to have to do: this, 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 and this. So they already kind of know that they need to go out there and prospect, a lot of people. So then that carries on the second that they join. We already kind of have that plan nearly put together because we both agreed, okay, this is what I will do as an upline. This is what I will give you as a coach. This is what I'll teach you. I'm going to 50-50, your goals are important to me. We'll go up that mountain together, but I'm going to give as much as you give. If you go and mess around or you fall short, I'll go work with somebody else. So you got to show up. I don't care how good they are. I just care that the effort is there because I know I can teach them the skills. That's the easy part. So the second that they join, it's just a confirmation. I say, okay, so you said you wanted to earn, $1 grand a month within 90 days. And I told you that in order to do that, you need to prospect this many people, you need to say this to them, and you need to do that to them. So that's what we need to do. Who are these first people that we're going to speak to? Now, I always, if they want to go quickly, I always get them to make a list and we go through that list. We have specific tactics. Even if they've shown people 50 times something different, we have scripts and tactics they can use to suddenly get them interested and get the respect from them. So it doesn't matter who they are, whether they've been in network marketing for 10 years, whether they're brand new, it doesn't matter. We have the training very quickly to get them to be able to invite. So I'm going to get them to make that list as big as they agreed to, and they're going to go out with urgency and invite that list within the first day. Usually while I'm there with them, they invite straight away, because without urgency, you're setting the standard. If you teach them they've got to do 3 weeks of training before they even invite, they've got this pressure about them now that they feel they've got to mess up if they say something wrong, and really there's only a few basics they need. And then we'll take it from there. Maybe they want to go online after that, maybe they want to do login or offline events. We'll kind of steer it individual to them after that. But urgency is always a big one for me if they have big goals, which everyone who comes to me tends to be. That's I don't, when someone says I want to make 500 a month, I'm like, okay, we can do that in my sleep. So, what do you want to do after that? I want to go bigger and bolder.
Okay, now that's fantastic. Urgency. Yeah, that's like you say, a lot of people forget they go straight in for, like, say, the tactics of knowing how to do things rather than actually into action. And that's something that I think is, again, a very key point that I think a lot of people should be making a note of, is that when they do bring people in, is to get that action.
Not everybody needs, Matt, not some people do need a ton of information. And if you've asked them, what their goals are and what their time scale is, they may say, I want to earn 500 a month and I want to take a year to do it. I like to know everything. So, of course, you can now give that person more information, but never presume it. Always ask them beforehand. 9 times out of 10, they want to earn a lot and they want to go quick, so urgency is key.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. That's a great point for everyone, like I say, to be able to make a note of. Okay, so I noticed you mentioned there about obviously moving on their further strategies with blogging or working online, etc. I've had a few people message me. Obviously, with yourself, you've got a recognised blog that's been recognised by a lot of industry leaders, and I think it's actually won awards in the past. And I've noticed over the last year to 18 months how your blog has really kind of developed and grown and become the site that it's become now. What I want to do is just dive a little bit more into the blogging and online side of things, because I know that's, again, a big area where you've built a lot of your online empire, obviously, is online through that process. But why did you feel blogging was the way to go? What's so crucial about blogging to become such a large marketing arm online for any business transitioning onto an online marketplace?
Yeah, it wasn't working for me the traditional way. Now, I understand now that it was because of my skills and the way I was approaching it. For definite, without doubt, travel parties or excuse me, that's any kind of parties in any kind of company or that kind of thing, it works. There's many success stories that have used that method, but it just wasn't open to me. I wasn't doing it very well, number one. But number two, I was working 80 hours a week. So for me to call up somebody and say, hey, I know it's 11 p.m. Do you want to go to a meeting that I'm putting on? They're like, it's 11 p.m. or 6 a.m. in the morning, right? I couldn't make those phone calls. So all of a sudden I'm thinking, well, if I'm not going to build that way, how am I going to build? And you know, my upline was using blogging, was using online marketing. Okay, if he can do it, I'll follow his business model. And also, you know, I'd made that decision. I was going to make this work for me. I wasn't just going to quit. So I thought, well, okay, offline isn't available to me right now. Online is. I can do that at 11 p.m. and 6 a.m. in the morning. So that's what I ventured into. I was like, right, okay, it's a necessity. And it's funny how things turn. You know, that's actually turned out to be a really good decision that I made, or was forced upon me, because that's allowed me to, you know, looking back, and the reason I still stay online is I want to be able to build a life that the process is enjoyable, not just the destination. That's a really important factor that I overlooked for a long time. I didn't realize that once I put that initial level of work in to create success, I carried on working in that level. And that was no fun for myself and no fun for the people around me. My relationships suffered. And then what I kind of stepped back and realized was, hang on a minute, I'm never going to get to the destination. My goals are always going to get bigger. You know, you're always going to want more. And if you're someone that's not very skilled, like I wasn't, it's going to take time to get to those goals. So you can't say, okay, I'm going to be miserable for 5 years of my life until I feel I'm going to get there. Because when you get there, who's going to be left around you? So I suddenly thought, right, okay, I'm going to focus on the online methods, because that allows me the flexibility to put the work in when I see fit, and I can still collect that income, and I can still spend that income traveling, take my family out, you know, take my wife out, spend time with my daughter and my friends, because I'm not having to be in a meeting every single evening, which I would have done to do the same numbers that I've done online.
Okay, that's fantastic. Yeah, I mean, again, you can leverage online so much more than you than you can physical time, because obviously you only have a certain amount of physical time. So that's that's a very, very important thing. Another question that we got in from someone was, how do you use your blog to be able to generate leads? And I think they're more getting to more of the, you know, what sort of opt-in sort of things can you do for giveaways and that sort of thing. I mean, obviously I know that you have a specific one on yours, which we can put the resource to for both the video when this goes out onto the blog and stuff. But can you give a little bit of an insight for a bit more of a generic sort of way on what people can do for opt-ins? What's the best sort of format, I suppose?
Yeah, well, number one, when you're crafting any kind of opt-in, you've got to put yourself in your visitor's mind. So before you even look about the structural side of it, you've got to think, okay, what type of person is your content going to attract? So I help home business owners, but particularly I help home business owners who are looking to build at least a full-time level of income and have some interest in using the internet to do that. So of course I know that if I'm thinking, okay, so I'm somebody that wants to kind of get into the internet, I don't quite really know how or how to improve, and I want to be able to in the future have the option of leaving my job and doing this full-time. So of course my opt-in is, right, okay, it's an exact daily routine to allow someone to go full-time in a home business using the internet. All they need is a laptop and an internet connection. So that's something important. Whatever business you're in, who are you attracting? What's your content? What are you putting out there? What's kind of the bait that's bringing people to you? Because obviously if you're out fishing, for example, and you've got the bait for a shark, when you catch one, you go, oh my goodness, I have no idea how to capture this thing, or how to put this in a net, or whatever you're supposed to do with the shark. I don't know, right? You know, I'm a vegetarian, so I have no idea about fishing. I just, you know, but you know, you would be like, well, I'm completely unprepared. So it's the same with your opt-in. Who are you attracting? Do you serve their needs? Now, in terms of kind of structurally, I like to use either a PDF or an audio when I'm crafting an opt-in for a free giveaway. I just feel like if I give someone a video series off the bat, there's no progression in your products for that. You know, if you're crafting something, you give them 6 videos to start with, and then the product that you maybe sell them, in the future is 6 videos. They go, hang on a minute, I got 6 videos for free. Now he wants me to pay $200 for 6 videos. This doesn't make sense in their mind. So I think it should be quick. It should be immediate. It should be something they feel, okay, I can get this and use it, like a daily routine, like a cheat sheet, like a 10-minute audio to teach them how to recruit or generate leads right away, right? Something specific and very simple. And then the way you can actually build that is 2 ways. You can either use your own systems, you know, if you can use a blog to host the audio or the video, whatever, on your blog. You could use an external system like something like, say, ClickFunnels to host all that for you with the payment side of it. You could also, if you really struggle with that side and you think, what's he even talking about, you can use an affiliate system. And we're part of the same affiliate system in home business. There's other affiliate systems in many different industries that have opt-ins for you to use as your own on your blog. And that's where I started. You know, I didn't have the technical ability to craft one myself. So don't get lost in the technicalities. Don't waste 6 months' time. Get something on there that is good, that is acceptable, maybe from an affiliate system. And then while you're actually building that progression and letting that system do the heavy lifting for you, then you can start to craft your own and start to take some time. Because it does take some time, technically, to put all that together.
Okay, that's fantastic. Yeah, and like I say, being able to use someone else's affiliate system if you haven't got something set up for yourself is a crucial thing. And again, it's that taking action and get something up and going rather than sitting and waiting for that perfect time to be able to put something together. I think that's a key message that I seem to be getting from you today throughout all aspects is get into action and just get moving forward with something.
I'm an impatient man. When it comes to success, I'm just like, two questions, I'm done. I want the results, you know. I think that's why everybody's here in our industry. Yes, to learn. Yes, to be a better person. But that is, in effect, a result. And to get results, you've got to take action.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. And again, that's well summed up there. Perfect. Just something that, something else. Is there any other little extra tips that you can think of that will help the audience that we've got here with starting a blog that you can share? You know, how does someone get into blogging? You know, what's, again, I know obviously it's take action, but what sort of things is a good little way to get started?
Yeah, I mean, there's two ways that you can start to blog.